Praise the Lord, everyone.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, wow. Good God Almighty. Why are you waiting at there? Hallelujah. Come on, give God a God praise. Glory be to God. Glory be to God. I am excited. I am excited. I told my wife yesterday, I said, you know what, I'm excited. And she said, baby, we've been doing a pastor appreciation for the last 2 or 3 years, and you never said that. So why are you so excited? I said, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how God's going to move, but I'm excited. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
See, you got to come with expectation when you want something from God.
Amen.
Hallelujah. You got to not know. You know what I mean? If your body's already made up, you know what God's going to do. That's not always a surprise. God want to surprise you all the time. He want to bless you. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Hallelujah. So I woke up this morning and the pipe was, water was flying all over the house and the bathroom. Went to Home Depot and the man was taking forever. So I had to go and get the ladder myself. And then he stopped me from that. And I waited and waited and waited. So I went and got it anyway, climbed up there, got what I needed. And then he said, you need some help? I got it already.
No, he didn't.
All you need to understand is when God said, I'm going to bless you exceedingly and abundantly,
Yes, he did.
that means the devil is jealous. And he comes to stop whatever God's about to do.
Uh-huh.
Amen?
Amen.
Whatever your desire, your plans, your dream is, guess who's going to come to interfere? The devil. So the best thing you can do is just keep on pressing. And so I was pressing, we got up, and I cut the floor. I said, baby, I got to cut the wood up and put it up. And she said, baby. I said, baby, we got to do this, we got to do that. And then I saw Brother David coming up, and I ran up the stairs and had him walked up real quick. I mean, nothing's going to stop me from the love of God.
Amen.
Nothing is going to stop me from celebrating who he is in my life. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
You got to look back over your life and see where you've been and what you've been through to understand how to give a praise.
Uh-huh.
People out there don't know how to do that. So maybe sometimes you need to video them and then put a film on for them to look back and then let them watch it for a minute. And they'll understand if it had not been for the Lord, where would they be lying?
Right. Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I told a young man, he got out of prison, and I said, you know you're going back, right? I said, in a few minutes, it won't be long. He said, Pastor, I just got out and I came to church. I said, because you said God is playing with you. And come to find out, when he was locked up, he was reading his Bible, and then as soon as he got out, he threw the Bible in the garbage can.
No, he didn't.
God will not be mine. You will reap what you sow. So if you want to sow something, you want to reap something, you need to praise him. You need to worship him. You need to give him all of your best that's within you to let him know it is you that is keeping me and not man. Amen. Hallelujah. It's not money. It's not cars. It's nobody but God. And when you get to understand that you give him that much praise, I promise you, you're going to reap what you sow. And the blessing of the Lord will overtake you. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. I got some quick testimony. A long time ago, I was in the building, and I was sleeping in the building, and some people know about this. And I have a mattress by the altar, and so my mattress was wet. And I said, good Lord, I know I didn't wet myself. And so then I looked at the ceiling, and it wasn't even raining, so there was no water. So I come to find out I wanted to call some people, and the Lord wouldn't let me call some people. And I knew there was some apostle that's deep in the revelation of what God was showing, but he wouldn't let me do that. So come to find out, the rain, I tried to get. So I went in the bathroom also, and there was water falling on me. And water was splashed on my glasses. I said, Lord, what is going on? No, I'm not crazy. And water is on my glasses. So come to find out, the Bible talks about Elijah when he prayed for the rain, and the rain came down abundantly. Amen, somebody. So that means there's an abundance that's going to be an overflow in somebody's life. Okay? So I bring that up to say, I went over Sister April's house, and it's been a long time since it happened to me, and I did not share this with her. I went over to Sister April's house, and I had to put in a vanity, and I had to put in a sink, and I was doing it in the hallway, so I was not in the bathroom, and I know, because I know building, I know how they build houses. If you're the landlord or a unit upstairs, there's going to be a bathroom above the bathroom. That way they save the pipe. The pipe going to go straight through the wall, and then there's going to be one there and one there. And make it very simple. So I was in the hallway, and I was putting the bandage together, and it's flat. Flat, flat. Somebody got it. That means the abundance is about to overflow. And I have to say that be careful, don't rush to move. Because where God is doing his rain at is where God is doing his blessing at. Amen. Do not rush. See, God talks about the dry land, and he said, I will dry that land. And when that means the dry land, that means he spoils things. And that means there's no blessing in spoil. And there's no blessing in dry land because nothing can grow. No life in dry land. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
So God is saying that there is an abundance and there's an overflow. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
So I'm excited. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
I'm excited.
Amen.
I text my wife and I said, my glasses is wet. There was water on my head. And he's like, well, what does that mean? It means the abundance. It means blessings. And so God is here to bless those that are seeking him. Amen. So I'm excited. I wanted to give a hand praise. Was he the one at?
Yeah, in my house, yeah.
That's my friend right there.
Yeah,
Come on, my friend.
that's her, yeah.
I told my wife, I said, I like her. I was waiting on you.
Amen. Same with us.
Hallelujah. Glory to God. You positioned yourself in the right place.
Yes, she did.
Baby, and everyone, guess who the young lady in the back? That's Brother Styles' grandmother.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Because now y'all know where he get his look from.
Uh-huh.
Amen. So let us get a hand praise because I gotta be quiet and move out the way. This young man been contemplating back and forth that he's so on fire, he's ready to go. So let us give a hand praise as Deacon Charles comes to give glory. Thank you.
Okay, you guys may be seated. We're going to get right to it. Oh no, quick prayer. Lord Jesus, help you use me in your will, not mine. We'll be out the way. The word we bless. In your name, amen. Okay. We're talking about, I got this whole thought of this from Wednesday Bible study. I know I'd be up this Sunday because this is like the fifth Sunday. This is also Pastor Appreciation Month. And we didn't do our usual long, so I was like so fired up. I think I was worse now than I was for my baseball game last week. Yeah, I was really excited for that. And it was just like, and I started comparables of stuff that happened here at church into that actually in my mind. The whole about Wednesday it finally came together in Bible study. I thank you for the Bible study talk. That was like it kind of put it all together like, oh, that's it. And see, he was talking about money and things of money and things of Christian principle about money. But then he mentioned something about the heart. And I started looking like, oh, that's it, the heart. what is in your heart? What's truly about your heart? Where's your heart at? I mean, we had a question about that. It was like, I look back over years, like over this year's coaching, I looked at some stuff he went through at the church, and I literally went through that a whole week coaching. I mean, the playoff game was kind of like the end point of, like, I would probably say maybe, 4 or 5 years ago when everything we lost the building. I saw the point I was at in our playoff game. That's almost the same thing you saw the whole thing. I saw the growth. I saw the beginning. I saw signs of some possibility, but then all this crashed all at once. And it was like, I understand why he was hurt all those years now.
Amen.
I sat there like literally from like Monday to Tuesday. I didn't call. I made no outgoing phone calls at all on Tuesday. I sat there like, because I coached and it was like, oh my goodness, we lost on our last play of the game. And yes, I got upset. Yes, I threw my glasses down. Yes, I threw both my phones down. I'm glad I had my keys on me. I talked to only 2 parents, my assistant coach, and that was it. But the next morning I realized I gotta shake this off. I got a kid leaving out of town. I gotta give some honor to. And it was just like, because as much as I complain about this kid, he is like day one he come on the team, he's arguing, he's fussing, he's fighting, he's totally rebellious. He just wants to keep stuff going on. He know he all that and then some. I started thinking like, oh my goodness. And like we said, that goes like how April was. It was like, and I'm looking at it like, this kid comes in the playoff game, he was so perfect. He was even clapping on teammates, cheering. He asked the pitch, he didn't get an attitude problem, and like, he never, like, the whole season wasn't like that. So we had to make sure, and I talked to the assistant coach, we got him a baseball. I got pictures that I'll show you guys later on, but it was, we always put out, certain players gonna make baseballs for him. Because then we keep safe. We did about 3 or 4 kids this year. He was the last one that had to wake up early in the morning next morning. Never mind, I remember, I'm still upset. Like, literally, I went to the gym, and this lady I talked to the gym owner's mother. We talked 20 minutes every morning, almost entirely. So I get up this morning, gym. I'm too much, I'm in a hurry, and I'm still how to hit him again. I'm like, I better not say nothing today. I just said hi, hit right to the weight, probably put everything I could probably that day. Probably didn't get my max for the year. So I'm still like, okay, I gotta get my head back together. I gotta talk to this kid about 30 minutes. And like, so I went down the section and I had looking for a clean new baseball. I'm looking through all my equipment, there's no new baseballs. I know we had like 35, 40 new baseballs. We usually wire them up and put them on there. Well, I had to go to Myers to get a baseball at 7 o'clock in the morning. Because, the kid meant that much to me, because that's in my heart. It meant that much to me to get it to him. Despite, if anybody try to overcome what their heart, he showed me some heart that he actually, when he gets his award, he has an award coming. I'm not going to say what it is yet. I'm going to send a copy of this to his grandfather. He has an award coming still, too. And so I was saying, like in his church, we've had people come and go over years. We had people there, and some come here for a minute, they show, they flash. That's what people in the cool people for, and they look good. Don't they look good? Oh, they look great. They look excellent. They scream, they shout, they praise, they dance, they cry out. You see all this. And after a while, though, it becomes what? It's a big old show to these people. Why they're not here now? Where they been at? Where they were? You know why? Because their heart wasn't in it. Their heart wasn't in it. It's like what's in your chest. Not in your chest. Like says in your mind. That's what talking about heart and Bible study on Wednesday. And I was just like, wow. So if you don't have the heart, you don't have nothing. I don't care what you do. You can fake it as long as you want to. You can pretend it's all good. You come here and make a great show, but it's not in your heart.
Amen.
You come here with nobody here. You can be show off with this 1,500 people we had before, but we only got 4 or 5 on Sunday. Well, I'm not going to come here because there's not enough people here. Or like in my case, I have friends I invite all the time, and most of them, 90% of them don't show up. They say they coming, they talk good. Well, I'm not going to say, okay, it's my Sunday, I'm not going to go because of that. But where's your heart at?
Amen.
Is it about you? Is it about God? And this is one of the great things about Apostle over here over the years. Despite everything he went through, even far as literally being on the board of his destiny. the one thing he never left was his heart.
Amen.
And it truly been with God.
Amen.
And we didn't, and I appreciate that with him. He had no idea how much. Because I didn't do a lot. He had passed away that time. I was thinking about that this morning, like, what church do I go to? Because I sure didn't want to go nowhere else. I've been to a number of people, people I even know. And people I think they're partially men of God and women of God. And I'm looking at some of their leadership and some of the churches like, oh man, people are here. I like, where I'm going. Where I was gonna go. I think though we'd have kept going here, but I think like if I had to go somewhere else, I don't know where I want to go right now. I mean, yeah, we don't have 10,000 people. No, we're not on TV raking in millions of dollars with jets and planes and flashy screens. No. But we do have people here. One thing they do have one thing. That's heart.
Amen.
And I believe at some point God's going to add the rest of some of this stuff. I know some of them been waiting forever and ever, but believe me, it's coming.
Amen.
Okay. So, we're going to start off. Can't get the notebook. My glasses subscription got suggested to me part of the small writing now. I'm about to go back and grab my old ones at a later time and date. But I'd like to start off with Psalms 9, verse 1. Mm-hmm.
Amen. Yes, sir.
Amen.
Everybody get there. That's Psalms 9, verse 1.
Amen. Amen.
We are talking about praise and worship, and every Sunday, Pastor comes up here talking about giving everything you have to God to this. And I just like, yeah. Every day I did, and most Sundays I'm pretty happy coming here actually, despite everything that happens in the week actually. You know, I'm not like, I'm going to make myself, you're going to praise and worship God. I don't care what's going on.
Amen.
That has to be mindset. You're right. So just like the way this says, I will give thanks to the Lord with all my heart and tell of his wonderful deeds. And see, we give our heart, and one thing I admire about us, when I know Jesus' heart, he tells everybody. I remember a time when we was at one of the old ministries. Oh, this had to be about, maybe about 13, 14 years ago, where he was just the guy, he was actually at that point, I think he was actually a full deacon there. And it was one of the Sundays had a situation that happened, and I know I'm talking about this maybe over years, I probably haven't mentioned maybe more than once. But it was a time where we had this service where it just got so just crazy to the point that we had offerings for 3 offerings. I mean, this particular service, we weren't even our home church. We actually went to the church for a second service. It was actually the last day I was at this particular ministry. And it was like the first offering came up as the second offering. I remember the third offering, somebody told me, God told everybody to give $75 in the room. And I'm just looking like, what? What? This is God is hard? Really? I'm like, the third offering? I said, why would God say this? I don't got $75 on me. It's probably my bank account. I sure can't get you on Sunday afternoon. I'm just saying. I mean, you're right. You're going to have $75. God don't take it, $75. You're going to have $75. The whole room. I'm looking like, okay, God, you about to bring me over some 50s and 20s. I sure can't get that. I don't think my 18 car was going to be the time. I was on the east side. And I think there's been open on Sunday Pike, way back west in the suburbs somewhere. I don't think so. And, after that, I was like, that was it. I was done. I wouldn't come back there no more. I was done. And this is interesting because the apostle had called me like the next day, like a day or two later. And after that Sunday, I remember immediately he wanted to go out. And people stopped coming, I guess, after that. I guess a week or two. I think right now a couple of days, probably like a week later or 2 weeks later after that service. A whole lot of people didn't come back. I probably wasn't the person to leave. And I remember he called and asked me, he didn't need to ride him around. And then you want me to ride around and try to get back to people. I wasn't even going back there. But he wanted me to ride him around to get the people to come back to the church that I didn't want to go to. And I actually said yes. And I was just like, and if I try to explain to you what was I doing in this day, what sense did that make? I couldn't. I showed my heart wasn't being at that church. I know that. But I understand the heart of his mission was at that time. And that was behind anything I felt, behind anything that was going on, and with all the disorder and discord that I saw. Now anybody else been like, hey, look, click, hey, how you doing? You're gonna be do what? When get the people at church that I don't want to go to, you need to ride around to all their houses? Click. Right. You know, that'd have been like almost like a prank phone call to me or something. So now you know he was trying to be in his heart. He also trying to do what to deed to God. And I have to give him clear credit on that. That showed me something because I probably would have done that for nobody else in that ministry at that time. I don't care they were related to me. Heck, if I get married, then I would have probably done it. Hey, that's been seriously. That's how I was going back. I was like, okay, God. Maybe I had a purpose and time beyond that. I didn't understand that. Now I understand it now. I had no idea what I was doing then.
Amen.
And that's what we talk about, matters of the heart. Matters what we feel, matters what we think, matters how we act, how we deal with situations, circumstances. How do we really feel about our hearts? You know, do we already take an examination? I know if I be coaching, they be kind of like, okay, let me check if I want to do this again. I want to get back up. You know, there's a question, I want to do this thing, but I have it in me to do it. And sometimes you're like, yeah, I just had this point in day, but they're like, okay, and be serious. I want to sit down 4, 5, 6, 3, 4 days and question this kind of like, these kids are not catching on to this. Oh, these kids, they got the one kid that wants to fight, or I got the one that wants to cuss me out, which happened actually at the playoff game early in the game. And it's like, you want to do this again? You know, that happened to me. Like, okay, Monday I get up, we lost. Tuesday I'm thinking like, do I want to do this again? But look, I'm back out there, the little kids Saturday. Matter of fact, trying to recruit the team next year already, 9 weeks later. And that's what we have to have. We have to have a get up, get off the mat. Can't sit there and cry and wallow. And we can scream, we can holler for a minute. It's a good thing. How you got to get it out of the system.
Amen.
It's okay. It's fine. But then I wish you have to get back up. Do you have the heart to continue? You know, like you said, so the Psalms 34:18. Mm-hmm. Say amen when you get out.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, it reads, the Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in the spirit. See, that was just talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know, we all come broken. You know, actually it's kind of funny because usually I actually listened to someone else on radio, it wasn't a Christian station, but it was a song talking about, well, you're broken, be with me, I'm broken, be with you. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. That got my attention. Not much music get my attention. That one actually did. So like, we're broken. Just like Jesus' body was. We're broken, not to be falling apart. We become part of him close to him so we can put us back together again. Sometimes we fall apart, we fall apart. We have our days. We have things to have, we have deaths, we have disappointment, we be angry, we just be lost, scared, who knows, shy, hesitant about doing something great, getting up in your dreams early in life, or maybe saying what you ought to do when you're young. That's what God does. He's broken from that. And or sometimes you might have a big head and you go all that, hey, I got it like that. My God got said, oh no, I gotta break you back down. You think you all that? No, don't break you back down. Say, no, you're just an average Joe. Or average Jane. You just not, you're nothing out of it. And when you're broken, it's actually a beautiful thing.
Amen.
Every time.
Yes, it is.
Just because you're broken doesn't mean the end of you, though. Don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Okay. So the next thing is, where are we with God as far as what do we believe in? You know, people always like, we'll point back now, kind of double back and look at the music Bible say something you will hear about having money and getting stuff and trying to work to make more money. And the one thing he always talks about is what was more important was the money you make or the time you give to reach out to others. And it's interesting, I remember this speech from Kennedy, Sister Kennedy's high school graduation. One of the speakers talked about that. It wasn't about how much money you made, how big you do, but what can you do to help somebody else along the way.
Amen.
And I felt so great to hear that. And it was like one of the best high school graduation speeches I ever heard. And I was just like, wow. And this is coming from a man of God. The pastor, most of them, you know, one of the first one I heard for a long time, sounded real. Wasn't no, that wasn't fake. It wasn't like, well, let me get you more money, you give more money, get blessed. And see, one thing that I hope maybe possible to get to the point you don't have to work so hard. You know, and one of the things I always say, you know, he gives all, he works and gives his time. So I was doing Wednesday, I'm like, I figured out the system we talk about. Try to find we do make enough money, but you give the more people out for them further. The more you give, the less you should have to worry about things. Okay. And the thing is, a lot of people are so afraid to give. They like, let's see. Well, it's not my pay grade. It's not part of my job. This will take too much time out of my life. You know, either reach out to a kid, an adult, somebody in the street, say hi to them, talk to them. You know, I've tried it not just with kids. I've actually even coached older adults, senior citizens. I don't even talk about your body, but it actually was one of my fun experiences. Because sometimes they'd cry and scream how like little kids, and man, I'd be cracking up. These people old enough to be my parents to be up there. We were teaching them how to play pickleball tennis. But it was just so fun, man. And I was gonna do it again. And the kids kind of took that over. But they were so clamoring to come back. I was like, wow. You know, it wasn't like I got paid for it. It wasn't about the money. Hey, look, I turned down easily 3 paid football jobs already. Not because I can't coach football. But I probably watch more than anybody else in here all put together. I didn't sit down and watch videos. I know, but you know what though? My heart goes baseball. So see, that's what they do with your heart is. A lot of people, they go off to school or do whatever. I have relatives do that. They go to school for one thing, they get halfway through school and realize they're not heart, not hand. And you can do it sometimes well, it's each class to take. Or, hey, you know, my mom would say, I want you to take it. And it's just like, but you get about a year and a half, so you might okay for a minute. Hey, good semester, second semester, or by that third semester, you'd be like, I don't want to do this no more. You know, and that's what happened with people. We do stuff without our heart. And then what happens is we end up getting hurt severely. We care or don't, or we care, or we don't care. So we try to care, we try to pretend, well, we good, we got this, okay, I got it going on, realize we don't do it, then what next? Then you get this loss of internet, then you become broken, and it's like, okay, God, now you need God to put you back together. Now, some people don't let God put you back together again, then they're really in trouble. You know, actually, people had stuff happening when they were young. You know, they married someone that's someone through that, they don't understand what happened to them. They haven't sat down to truly get an understanding. They get part of it, they get it for a minute, and they're like, well, I think I'm okay, then they leave out of here. You know, I know some people treat this church as a hospital. Well, this is a hospital, but this is not a hospital you leave in 1 or 2 days or a week or after you have a little minor surgery. This is a hospital of God. You're supposed to be here for, this is supposed to be part of who you are.
Amen. Yes, Lord.
And I've been thinking about that for a long time, but there it is. We are supposed to be healed, but it's not just ongoing. It doesn't stop. I need healing. So you need healing out here. This goes on every day. This is an ongoing process. This is not a go in and see a doctor, get your plastic surgery, and make you look better type of place.
All right.
If you wanted that, you go to those mega ministries you see on TV. They look good. One of the plastic surgeries fails too a lot. So it's just like, wow, you want to do that? Go ahead. You want to be real? Hey, be here. Because the people here are real. And I understand that. Some people who come here, they say that. Some people I have visited, but they just, I don't know, they can't handle it. Or what they say, can't handle the truth. They want to live a lie. Maybe they're scared, maybe they never seen people that act so straightforward. And that's why I appreciate about Apostle, he's straightforward. That's where his heart is, heart with the people.
Amen.
His heart cares. I mean, I seen him give his life to everything he can, not even take care of his kids to some degree. Just make sure that somebody else has, because they didn't have nothing. And he's not running around with no jet. You know, you have five, sometimes you don't have 2 digits in the bank account. This is at 4, 5, or 6. And he still gets his off. That's heart. Now, do you have heart?
Amen.
Do you have what's in the heart? Do you feel what's in somebody's heart? When they hurt it, you know, there's also times when empathy is in with people. That what they go through. And that's part of what we're here for, part of our mission. You know, do you feel they go through? Do you have time to say, okay, I ain't talking about like, listen, you know, like I was talking to somebody else, a friend of mine, a little kind of friend of mine a couple of days ago, actually Friday night late. And they were telling me they were doing some stuff with somebody maybe they shouldn't be doing. But they pointed out something to me very distinctly that this person come over and point out to them, you know why? Because they made it home not doing that, and you're getting in the way of that. And because of who I am, I had to tell you. You may not like to hear it, but you know you're doing wrong. Because that's my heart is. I can be a good friend. I usually don't treat people out about I'm doing wrong too. I try to be nice to them, but that one was like, no. And no, I couldn't let it go. And I had to explain on their heart is pouring out. And you're not doing them right. They need to go back home to where they're supposed to be at. So see, another thing is your heart will tell you where you're going to be at. So another thing also, your heart also going to tell you, hey, look, I ain't scared if I look bad in front of everybody. If I make a fool, I'm out of place, or if I ain't cool, who cares? Especially with God, that's going to be a lot of that. Oh, well, your church doesn't have that. Your church doesn't have that. Oh, you're not in the 500-seat building. Oh, your pastor doesn't have a Rolls Royce. So, is he really need the word? Is he feeding you right?
Amen.
Oh, what you learned from your pastor this week? How to give more money to him so he get his private jet to fly across the country? Or how you buy his wife some expensive jewelry while you guys up there don't have nothing at home? And that's what we teach nowadays? That's what's in your heart. So you understand what's in your heart? Some people who are scared to do that, well, they really did that. They might scare their own selves. That's what happens in your heart.
Amen.
You not just have heart with God.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the heart yourself. And heart at least one person sometime during the week. That's even not his mystery. I still talk to, I had one, during all that, I got a chance talking to my old childhood buddy, named Marvin. I imagine him as the exact same birthday with the exact same age. And we were just talking about stuff, and I'm going to hear about people there, and he was talking about how people, I was talking about how people might give tithe and offering. He pops up talking about tithe and offering. And I'm sitting there like, whoa, where did that come from? I did not expect that to come from. Where did that come out? I was like, told me, okay, despite whatever's wrong with him, I know this much. His heart in the right place. His heart in the right place, he understands what my heart is, and I was like, I felt so appreciate that day. It was like, woo-wee. He was so much on fire. I'm telling you, he probably came up here and gave a whole thing. All of them screaming and shouting. But what I'm saying is, that's what come out the heart. The heart asks questions, it gives answers.
Amen.
And sometimes the answer may be the answer may come out in whatever way your heart is. So, my message today is, where's your heart at?
Amen.
Because wherever your heart is where you're going to end up at.
All right.
So if you have any question where your heart is, you better ask God, ask yourself, or maybe you can ask somebody, a fellow, somebody, real person, not these fake folks up here.
Okay.
Not these fake folks you see out in the street or wherever else, one of your Christian friends, whatever. You got to question your heart here. So sometimes it's okay to ask, because now you got to know.
That's right.
And like you mentioned, your heart is very important. Just like everything else, your job, your work, business, your school, being a parent, being a coach, being an uncle, auntie, cousin, brother, sister, grandparent, all that. Every part of your life is examined from the heart.
Yes.
And until you find out where that heart is, and if you don't know, I'll tell you, you better ask God. You can say ask somebody. No, you can ask God in this case.
Amen.
Or ask God to give somebody that you can talk to that examine it. Because I want to know this much. And when you find, and I want to ask, do you know where your heart is? And if you don't, well, I guess you better start looking. I'm done. Amen.
Praise the Lord, everyone.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. My wife went to a service, and this is before we got married, and they did deliverance, or they call it that, doing deliverance, I say. And they were doing deliverance, calling out pork. Everybody that eat pork, you know, they're calling that out. So my wife saw people after the time the person confront someone and call out the pork, they were bursting. So he was laughing at them, you know, and the person got upset. And it was just ridiculous to her. And so, because over here, we call out demons. We don't have time to be called out no pig. You know, call out no bacon and some, you know, lamb chops or whatever, you know. So there was upset with her. And if I was there, I would take them to the scripture. And the scripture say it's not what goes in, it's what comes out. That's the word of God. That's what Jesus said. So Jesus is more concerned about what's in the heart. Revelation says he stands at the door and he knocks. And if he's knocking, he wants to come into your heart.
Amen.
See, Sister April taught on being born again. You must be born again.
Amen.
So what happens when you're born again is not being dipped in water, you know, and not trying to knock with no belief. It's not about being down in water, but it's about being emerged from heaven.
Amen.
And I taught that because back in the day of Bible, when Moses took the people across the Red Sea, and if you read it, they were being baptized, basically. Okay? So there was no getting in the water. So what God is trying to say is, when you become born again, I want to be related with you within your heart.
Amen.
Because the God is the God of love. And so love must be in your heart.
Yes.
And if love is not in your heart, it's all about flesh. Somebody get what I just said?
Amen.
So when he said you must be broken, that's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
To be broken is to just surrender your all and let God do whatever he got to do.
Amen.
Somebody get what I understand? Because you got your own understanding, you got your own pride, you got your own self-way, how you going to do what you want to do. But if you let God lead us, and the Bible says, lead us to your own understanding. So if we let him lead us, our own understanding will lead us to death.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody get what I just said?
Amen.
So this is when we just surrender our whole heart. And when I say heart, we think it's spiritual mindset. It's connected with the heart. It's one being. So what I do what I said.
Amen.
So I appreciate. We must like Capital One said, what's in your wallet, what's in your heart. You must do inventory.
Amen.
And most people in the body of Christ, if they're in the body of Christ, because everybody says they're Christian. And Paul said, there are those that say Jesus, be careful of that. Everybody's name Jesus and Jesus. Everybody say Lord, Lord, praise the Lord.
Amen.
They're not of the Lord. So we must understand where are you in your walk with God, and where are you if you are in your walk with God, how are you with people? Somebody do what it says.
Amen.
Because I can prove that there are preachers that are not with people. If you feel you got to ask everybody for $1 million to get a jet, you're not with the people. You are flesh. Because all you got to do is get on a plane, get a plane ticket, and fly just like everybody else and go where you got to go to preach. I'm done. You might just say, but Master, you never get. Thank you. But if my church is starving, that's a lot of love. If my community is down, that's a lot of love. I have $1 million church and the community is down.
Mm-hmm.
And the road is all jacked up. That's a lot of love. I was in a position when I left my church, I told my pastor, the Lord is calling me out.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I went out, I knew not where to go. So I stopped at a church, and the church, they ministered, and I know they were looking for a pastor. I thought that was the pastor.
Mm-hmm.
So as he preached, I waited past the church until I greeted him at the door and I said, why did you hold back? And he said, how did you know? I said, because the Holy Spirit told me that. He said, so why did you come back and teach on the Holy Spirit? Not knowing that they were hired. And so when I came back, they were talking about 80,000 a year and taking family to Hawaii or vacation and this and that. And then I said, okay. So as I was leaving out, they said, you a pastor, right? I said, yeah. Well, why don't you see about coming? And I said, do you believe in the Holy Ghost? No. Do you believe in laying hands? No. Do you believe in calling demons out? No. Do you believe in speaking in tongues? No, but I can't be. And I left. My heart and concern, according to the Word of God, be about the Word of God.
Amen.
Amen, somebody.
Amen.
So I appreciate that. We can run it down and here you are behind the pulpit. You know, thank you. Thank you. And thank you for pushing her. You gotta watch this one. You're not gonna let you come up here and things gonna fly by. You know, we all know, uh-oh, it's another day. You better know what you know.
Okay.
So, I want everyone to understand there got to be a time that it is okay to just surrender. It is okay. After everything that you've done, after all that you tried to do, just stop. And let God have his way.
Amen.
And when I say let him have his way, that means, you know what, I'm tired. I can't figure this out no more. Because I keep on trying, and then every time I think I'm getting ahead, it seems like I keep getting worse and worse. And it seems like everybody's just all around me, and it's just coming in close. I'm tired. And when you get tired, the only one that can come, and the word of God says, if you call them, y'all come quicker. If you just let them come, He come at the heart. I'm trying to help somebody understand that. He come at the heart because he said, I come that you may have life and abundance.
Yes.
Somebody get what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the beautiful thing about it, he said, I come with a sword to bring division between the mother and the daughter. And I said, Lord, why would you do that? And I went to the division between the father and son. Lord, why would you do that? Because I want you to get to know you. I want you to have a relationship. If you put your daughter before me, it's not going to work. If you put anything before me, it's not going to work. Because you're still going to be about you. You know, I thank God for the ministry. Not me, the ministry. Somebody get what I'm saying?
Amen.
Because when I'm down, God somehow has someone to bring everything up and keep it moving. Thank God for my wife. Lord, you woman. You are awesome. You are all that. A bag of tip with no tip broken in it.
Oh.
All that.
All right now. Amen.
It's hard to find them kind of bags. Somebody always come on them chips. So I just want to thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Thank each individual. I want to just sit down for a minute, but I can't. Is there anyone that can lead a prayer? Please come forward. I know it's usually the tithe and offering that comes first. But I feel like God is still moving. And like I said, I am excited that God is doing something. I am excited.
Yes, Lord.
I am excited. That song that keep coming back to my spirit. What is that? The power. The power. Y'all ain't gonna get me this thing. Last time I sang, you were cracking up laughing at me. You were laughing at me. They were dead, cracking up. But I called on you. And I want to tell all my friends.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. Come on, somebody else. Yeah. I'll bit the people to do. Bit the people. Praise God for the bits and pieces. Bit the pieces. Broken is a good thing. Do you know what tripped me out was when I read the Bible, brother, and the Bible said that God was so pleased that his son was bruised. What do you mean? He was so bruised that he was unrecognizable. Matter of fact, they didn't even want to look at him. You know how they make him look good in the movies? The long hair, he just look fly. You know, well, that is the word like that. Can be back there like, love that. That ain't the word. But I got to propose that Lord I did. But he's doing things with you, and the people are fighting with you, and sometimes it's kind of hard because your love for people and they just don't understand. God, you're still mine. So God said, I put you in a place that is broken because I'm still raising you up. And I'm going to show you things in a spiritual realm. Because sometimes when they can't tell you nothing. Because sometimes people don't understand what's going on with you. So God said, so wherever you are, don't get upset. Don't get upset. It's hard, but don't get upset. You know, it's a beautiful thing when Jesus asked the rich man to give up everything. And he said, no, I can't do all that now. Jesus never take that from him. That's what the next door neighbor says. One thing I like about you, you don't beat me down with that. That's why whatever you want, I'll help you. Whatever I call him, he comes. I just can't get him in here. Yes.
Yes. That's my word. Yes. Breathe, brother. Don't run. Breathe. Let God move in everything in you. Because it does this, you're thrown out. I love what you did. I'm already born. I can tell you. So breathe. Your ministry is awesome. Let God continue to shower you. Let God continue to rain on you. Don't try to be like nobody else. That's why some people don't like me because I don't want to do what they do. I only want to do what He tells me to do. Because the minute I start doing what they do, then I start messing up. And God said, I just tell you to do that. Your ministry is awesome. And the devil will come at you because your ministry is about children and young people. And that's a hard thing right there. So I give myself praise. I honor you. Hold your head up. Hold your head up. There's a lot of disappointment with these children because of what they come out of. Hold your head up. It's a lot of disappointment because of the parents that they may have. It's a lot of disappointment because of the hurt that they've been through. It's a lot of disappointment. So God is saying, I want to show you things. And you're going to get a cut, get a cut, and you're going to get a cut some things off of it. And you're going to see the transformation. You're going to see the transition of that darkness leaving you. So my brother, continue to bless in God. That got just the heart, because the heart is so blessed. But don't let the heart fail. Don't give in. Don't be going to the towel. You got a long way to go. In the name of Jesus, give us strength, God. Give us strength. Give us strength in the name of Jesus. There's a weakness, God, you are in. So God, I give you praise like you say, it's not like you. When He is weak, God, give us strength, God. When the enemy comes in like a flood, raise up your glory in Him. Raise up a standard in Him. Raise up your power in Him. Raise up your peace in Him. Raise up revelation in Him. Raise up wisdom in Him. Raise up knowledge in Him. Instead of your children. Instead of your children. You can't save everybody. You didn't do about it. Be still. Be still. Can I play this? Not everybody I say friend. How many times do I always say, hey, that's my friend, that's my friend, that's my friend? So if I said you're my friend and I don't know you, you're God. And I want to come in you up to. That's my feeling. That's my feeling. The reason I do that, God, and we have to understand the Bible talks about I how He deserves that. The first thing the guy do is pray. Hey, how you doing? And I can be like, why y'all talking about that? Why y'all really didn't know? He said he loved me. He didn't know me. So it's like, we must know how to. He was loving. But I need you to understand. I need you to understand that God is doing something different with you, changing your whole story.
It's a story that you're gonna write. It's a story that you're gonna write. That how big it was and how you get to and where you're going. And there are some people that don't want you back. Some people don't want you back. And there are people that you love that they don't want you to happen. They want you to stay down where they're at. But God said, I'm taking you somewhere. And you must go in order for you to be blessed. The Bible says he raised on the death and the unjust. So, well, I say, well, what do you mean by that? He said, I give them life. And I'm waiting for them to come. So I give you life, and I'm waiting for you to die. And what do you do? So that's the hospital. Are you saved? You giving your life to Christ? You're born again. And that's the question I'm going to say. You sure? You sure you saved? You got the Holy Ghost? Dang, you messed up already. You got the Holy Ghost. Why do I know this? He told us. Not something was talking. He was telling me. I want you to understand and know me. I want you to have a relationship with me because I love you that much. That's what God is saying. See, the Holy Ghost only confirms what He's saying and He's bringing it to you. He's trying to tell you, I've been pulling on you. I've been pulling on you for a while now. You need to take some stuff off. And everything you're so busy, sometimes you compromise. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Hey, I'm sorry, I got to go. Because you want to take you up. I know you know that song. Yeah? I want to ask you to play that track. Lord, I'll never leave my love. Leave my love. He's calling you to come up. He's calling you to go places. He's calling you because of how much is in you. Do you not understand how many, oh God, how many people is waiting that need to hear from you? That to come out and touch him with your hand? You don't know how valuable you are. I'm not going to tell you the truth, sister. You need to have an inventory check within your heart to really know the truth. Who has done that for you, right? I'm just trying to let you know that it's a personal thing about you and God. And He got me. So now you got to get back where you were. You got to stop looking at everything else and stop focusing because the ministry that you have is so awesome. And then you put these things out. Someone that can feel the kingdom of God. What a people. Everybody's going and everybody's speaks, but they go with someone else. And they killing them on the line of Jesus. On the kingdom of God. And God says, my king, I want to be where you are. Gotta be where you are. Want to be where you are. Gotta be where you are. Wanna be where you are. That noise make on your head. That noise make on your head. Yes, sir. How to do that noise in the top of your head. Yeah. The bridge. You ain't nobody. You ain't got to tell me. I got my feet on the box. I got my face. Holy Spirit, reveal yourself. Reveal your glory. In the name of Jesus, consuming fire, burn every lie, burn every demonic spirit that tries to possess us. They can't have us, but they keep trying. They keep trying to take you back. They keep trying decline, then hoping that you will go back and stay there. But the devil is a lie. God said, the anointing to destroy you right now. The anointing is upon your life. God, pour your anointing from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. Let your anointing run down. Thank God. Let your anointing break things, God. In the name of Jesus, let your anointing do some things in the heart. Work on the heart. Heal the heart. Put the heart back together. In the name of Jesus, God, we call on everything that's not like you to leave now. In the name of Jesus, God, we ask you, God, how precious you are, God, to show us you worthy. You're worthy to be loved. You're worthy to stand forward and go. The power of God is upon you. 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 In the name of Jesus, the power of God is upon you. He will not let you rest until you say, yes, Lord. In the name of Jesus, you know too much. You see too things. It's God revealing these things to you because it's taking you somewhere. Holy Spirit, anointed, reveal your glory to us now in the name of Jesus. 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 We come up against everything that's not like you, God. In the name of Jesus. Release her. Release the hurt. Release her. You can't stay mad at yourself. You can't stay disappointed with yourself either. You got to go. You got to get up and go. You got to move. You got things you got to do. Peace be still. In the name of Jesus. Peace be still. Holy Spirit, tear down some walls. They're trying to close in on us. Holy Spirit, destroy these walls. They're trying to make us feel like she's in darkness, that she's alone. And nobody cares. You're lying. You're a liar, devil. You're a liar from the pit of hell. We speak healing in the name of Jesus. Thank you. Jesus. Daughter, get up here, I want you. You walk by and just I can't leave it alone.
Okay.
Whichever one moves, come on.
Oh, which one? Oh.
Come on.
Oh, both of y'all. You. Well, when he said, let me whoop you, I know you fucking me.
Oh, did you whoop me? It's not time to get comfortable. It's not time to get comfortable. You really showing off now. God is really showing off in you. And it's really making the devil like,